We're at the Piedra Blanca trailhead today in Los Padres National Forest. We're going to be hiking in and doing some backcountry camping at some hot springs. Willett Hot Springs is a 9-mile one-way hike out to the hot springs, so we may stop and camp before we get there. We only have 1 hour of daylight left, so most of this hike is going to be in the dark, so we're going to be keeping our eyes peeled for bears, coyotes, and plenty of other potentially dangerous wildlife. As you may be able to tell, the sun has just gone down, so no more footage for the hike in. We're only about 2.5 miles in, so not sure if we're gonna make it to the first hot springs and camp or just stop at another camp. There's a couple other camps along the way. First night in, saw some beautiful clouds moving through as the sun was setting, so I'll catch you in the morning.
Good morning. So we made it to Willett Camp. We're out here in beautiful Sespe Wilderness. Just getting ready to fire up some breakfast. Figured I'd show you around campsite here, and there's plenty of water flowing down here in the creek. So if you're thinking about coming out here and you're worried about water, definitely don't need to worry about that. When we were hiking in last night, came across several sets of eyes. At one point we thought we were looking at 4 bears, but we were up on a ridge and they were down kind of in the valley, so it was tough to tell. And then another point, there was something above us on a ridge looking down at us, which we weren't sure. It could have been a mountain lion or a coyote or something, but that was interesting. We also saw these little toads, a bunch of toads along the path as we were hiking in last night. So I think this is actually a natural habitat for some type of protected toad or special toad or something like that. So I just filtered some water, and now we're just kind of hanging out. We're gonna get some breakfast. Gonna go up to the Willett Hot Springs and scope that out. The weather last night actually wasn't too bad. It was supposed to get down in the 40s, high 30s, low 40s. I don't think it got that cold. I would recommend doing this hike at night, coming in at night, and you may lose out on like a prime camp spot, but we found a pretty cool campsite right by this water. You don't have to hike in the sun exposed because there's no shade, and I would recommend doing this hike at night, no matter what time of year you come. Plenty of water now, get some breakfast. We're gonna go for a soak and then reevaluate what the next move is for today. But this is absolutely beautiful, lovely yellow fall colors in this little valley here, and water flowing. We were a little concerned there wasn't gonna be any water flowing, so that's also a bonus.
Well, we found Willett Hot Springs, this awesome little cascade, hot spring cascade, beautiful pool, nice and warm, clear, and I'm surprised nobody else is here with the amount of tents we saw in the campsites, but we saw like 9 people going to Sespe, so it was a little tricky to find, a little kind of like route finding after you get up the trail, but this is a beautiful location. I can't wait to jump in Willett Hot Springs. Like most natural hot springs, this is a sulfur spring, so it does have a slight sulfur smell to it. You can see this beautiful hot springs falls behind us. I guess everybody headed to Sespe or got their soaks in this morning because we've been here for almost an hour all to ourselves. This is absolutely amazing. Willett Hot Springs, I love it. 100-degree water, beautiful tub, big tub, water's clear. I don't know why anybody would ever complain about this spot or getting to it. I mean, it's 9 miles hike in, but relatively flat on the hike in, to be honest. So, you know, there's a little ups and downs, but pretty simple hike in. Well, that's it, guys. 3 days out here in the Sespe Wilderness. We just stayed at Willett Hot Springs because we saw a bunch of people going out to Sespe for a day hike and to camp out there. So we figured we'd just hang out here. We ended up having Willett Hot Springs all to ourselves yesterday. And then today, Sunday morning, had it all to ourselves again. Everybody packed up and headed out. So highly recommend Willett Hot Springs out here in the Sespe Wilderness. 18-mile round trip, but it's pretty gradual. The trail is pretty easy, and it's absolutely beautiful. Fall colors, plenty of water. Hot Springs is amazing. And one of these days we're gonna have to make it out to Sespe. I hear there's like a big herd of 20 or 30 bighorn sheep that hang out near the hot springs. So until next time, get out there, find your adventure, and be infamous.
Infamous.